I mean, it's amazing to me when I think back and think about everything that I've done and how I started at such a young age. And but I feel very blessed. You know, I learned a lot. I've been doing this for 7 years now, so I totally feel like a veteran, even though I'm still very young. So it's really amazing, and I feel very I'm happy. You know, I'm doing what I've always wanted to do. This is what I dreamed about doing when I was a little girl, and I'm doing it. So very happy.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sonia, and today we're going to talk about one of my absolute favorite people. I know I'm a little younger, so I didn't get to experience her career firsthand, so I had to experience her career after the fact. But today we're going to be talking about Aaliyah and what watching her has taught me about quiet confidence and how confidence doesn't have to be loud and boisterous, how people always want to make us believe it has to be. So before we get into it, a little background on Aaliyah. She was born on January 16th, 1979. At 10 years old, she actually made her first appearance on Star Search singing My Funny Valentine. And at age 14, her uncle Barry Hankerson signs her to his record label, Blackground Records. And at this point, this is when R. Kelly becomes her producer. They're, doing a lot of work together. And he produces her debut album, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. And I will say that album is a little tainted for me now because of all of, everything that went on with him. I digress. Anyways, that album ended up selling over 2 million copies and was nominated for like various awards. It's literally amazing that a 14-year-old could accomplish that. In 1996, she went on to sign with Atlantic Records and started collabing with Timbaland and Missy Elliott for the iconic 1 in a Million album. And that album went on to sell over 3 million units, and it has some of my absolute favorite songs, including Hot Like Fire. Okay, I remember when I used to celebrate Halloween, I literally dressed up as Aaliyah from Hot Like Fire. So cute. If you celebrate Halloween, consider doing that. The one I gave my heart to, I absolutely love that ballad. I cannot forget A Girl Like You. I'll be playing that song like it came out yesterday. So moving on, she took a few years off from putting out albums, and during that time she was on some movie soundtracks, but in 2001 her final album was released. It was her self-titled Aaliyah album, and that also featured some of my absolute favorite songs, including More Than a Woman, I Care For You, Try Again, and Loose Rep with Static Major, which, R.I.P. to Static, oh my gosh. Her self-titled album also sold over 2 million units. I know that's right. To go along with her music career, she also had a budding acting career with her roles in Romeo Must Die and Queen of the Damned. And she was also supposed to star in The Matrix Reloaded before her untimely death in 2001. So that was a really quick overview of her background. Now let's get into her character and how people saw her, how she presented herself, because this is where the quiet confidence comes in, and this is where I feel like she's inspired a lot of us, especially us quiet girls, because I am not ever the loudest in the room. Aaliyah's friends and family saw her as a very loving person, a very humble person, a hard worker, and just a woman of virtue. Like, she was sticking to her guns. She was confident but not cocky. She was humble but also knew her worth and the things that she was good at, but not to the point where she's just like, oh, I can't learn anything from anybody else. Oh no. So to prepare for this video, I've rewatched a couple of her interviews, and Aaliyah comes off as someone who is very reserved, very mysterious, but also very sweet, and someone who is very self-assured.
Felt deep in my heart and in my soul that I had it and that I would do it and that I could do it. And I honestly believe that no matter what anybody said. And I continued. I said, fine, you don't want me, somebody else will. And I will prove it. I will get out there and I will be a star. And I really meant it. And you have to have that frame of mind. You have to have that kind of confidence to make it in this industry, or you won't make it. So I did it. And I'm very proud of the fact that I did.
She doesn't have to be the loudest in the room to command attention. She doesn't have to do, too much to command attention. She just does. She knows she's that girl, but she doesn't have to make you feel like you're not that girl for her to know that she's that girl. You get me? And that's just something that I absolutely just love about her overall energy. So I wrote down a couple of characteristics that I feel encompass quiet confidence. First one is having humility, letting your accomplishments just speak for themselves. You don't have to be boisterous. And I'm not saying not to be proud of your accomplishments, but you know how there's some people who they make their accomplishments their whole identity. What you accomplish is not your identity. It's something that you accomplished. And you should be proud of yourself for that, but it's not you. If your accomplishments were taken away, you would still be you, and you should be okay with being you. And so having that humility to know, okay, these accomplishments that I have are amazing and they're great, but I'm also amazing and I'm great just for being me. And because I believe that about myself, I can accomplish these amazing and great things. And they speak for themselves. They're out here. You see it. I don't have to tell you because you see it. My self-worth isn't tied to my accomplishments.
I mean, where I'm at in my career right now, I feel so blessed because everything that I've always wanted is happening to me, and I feel it's happening right on schedule. It's progressed since I first came out with Age Nothing But a Number till now, and I just feel like I have so many places to go and so many things to enjoy. I'm just very happy, very blessed.
Another characteristic of quiet confidence is knowing that you know what you are good at, aka being competent, and still being humble enough to learn from other people, but internally, I does this, okay? I can do this. Having that self-assurance that you can do this and you can get over any obstacle that you need to get over because you trust yourself enough to figure it out, or even find people to help you figure it out. And she was really good at this. She built her image, she evolved with the help of her team. She had control of the things that she was extremely competent in. She knew that this would work for her.
Image is important. I mean, to differentiate yourself from the rest of the pack. Mm-hmm. So, and I've been very blessed to have creative control of every aspect of my career. So what you see is me. Everything I do is my choice. So, I just stay true to myself and wear what I like. And if something is out there that's cool, I'll take it and make it mine. So I try my best to continue to be a trendsetter.
Which brings me to also being a lifelong learner. You can't get so big of a head that you don't ask for help, or that you're unwilling to learn from other people that are more seasoned in something than you, or even people that are less seasoned in something that you do, because they might come with a fresh perspective. For example, Aaliyah worked with Timbaland. Timbaland wasn't the bigger star. She could have been a diva and said absolutely not. But because she is a lifelong learner, because she was a lifelong learner and she was humble, she was just like, this guy can bring in a fresh perspective. This guy can really help me fine tune my sound or even explore other sounds. They helped each other in a lot of ways, and we, the people, benefited from it. We got amazing, timeless music out of it. And so you don't have to know everything. And it's okay that you know that you don't know everything.
Timbaland seems to be your soulmate in terms of production.
Yeah.
You do most of your best work, nearly all your best work with Timberland. You know, how's that relationship progressing? And you know, Are You Somebody was a great track as well.
We're very close. We have a wonderful friendship outside of the work relationship, and we just click. And he knows me like the back of his hand, and I know him like the back of my hand.
Fourth characteristic, which I'm pretty sure I said 3 already. I'm pretty sure I said 3. Anyways, the fourth characteristic of quiet confidence is giving people their flowers, but also planting seeds. And what I mean by this is if someone is amazing at something, you're not afraid to tell them. You're not afraid to, fangirl a little bit. You're not afraid to be like, hey, you are spectacular at this. You're amazing at this. Keep doing you. Like, keep doing your thing. Also, if you notice that someone might look up to you for something that you do, you're not afraid to plant seeds in that person. You're not afraid to give that person advice or give that person encouragement because you're secure in who you are and you're secure in your spot. And so giving someone else encouragement doesn't mean, oh my gosh, I'm giving them the ammo to, take my spot. Like, no, you're a secure person. That's your spot. They can have their spot, Let people know that you think that they're great. That won't take any value away from you. It's perfectly fine to let people know that you see them and you see what they're doing and they're doing a great job.
Even though you're a huge star, is there somebody here you'd like to meet?
I want to meet Venus and Serena Williams. Big fan of theirs.
But when you meet them, what are you going to say?
I'm going to say you guys are absolutely amazing. You're awesome, and I totally admire you. I'd like them to teach me tennis. I want to learn how to play, so maybe we can hook up and they can show me a few things.
So last but not least, stay cool. Because especially when you might be on the more reserved side, and it's not from a place of insecurity, but a place of security. People admire it from afar, but when they're up close and personal with it, some of them begin to act a little weird. Some of them begin to act a little envious, and so they might try to get under your skin and do certain things to make you get out of character. And so I feel like staying cool encompasses you seeing how they are acting towards you, seeing how they're trying to get under your skin, and recognizing what it is, having that discernment, and taking your time to actually think about reacting, not just reacting out of emotion, actually sitting with it and deciding how to respond. So not reacting rashly out of emotion, just blowing up, but literally sit with it, decide how you want to respond, because you can only control you. You can't control other people. You can't control other people's insecurities or their projections towards you. You are the only person you can control. And I actually feel like Aaliyah came into contact with this based off of her song Loose Rap. The first verse is actually about a girl coming up to her and trying to talk to her, like trying to, be friends with her. But Aaliyah knows that behind her back, the girl talks about her. And she's just like, please don't come over here with all of that. Like, you're envious, you're jealous. I don't need that energy. And in the second verse, it's about a guy who's trying to talk to Aaliyah, and she's just like, do I look like a fool to you? Do I look easy to you? Because you need to come to me way better than what you're doing right now. So again, the only person you can control is yourself. You can't control how other people project things onto you or act towards you. One thing about quiet confidence is that it will attract people. It will most definitely attract people for all the right and all the wrong reasons, because some people will see you and they'll be like, oh, she's cool, she's laid back, or he's cool, he's laid back and comfortable with themselves, and I can I can get around that. Like, they have good, chill energy. But then some people are just like, how come they have that and I don't? How come they're so sure of themselves and I have to do all of this to make other people sure of me? Just weird stuff. Weird stuff. But yeah, guys, those are some of the things that Aaliyah taught me about having quiet confidence and how it's okay to not be the loudest in the room, just as long as you're sure of yourself and your self-worth to your core. Like, as long as you are sure of yourself and that you can get through anything and be resilient and you know what you're good at, you're good. Like, you're good. You don't have to convince other people of your worth. You know your worth, and so they know your worth because you know it. You influence how other people see you at the end of the day. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed the video. What's your favorite Aaliyah song? I would love to know. Leave it down there for me in the comments if you made it this far. I hope you have a beautiful day, a beautiful night, whenever you're watching this. Bye!